check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow One Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products, from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. All right, man, we back. Goodfellow Sports TV. One of my subs asked me to do a video on what's next for Jermall Charlo. So let's talk about a few potential opponents that could be next for him. Appreciate everybody for checking back in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. Share the video is the best way to help the channel out. And yeah, there ain't too many options. A lot of the other fights is on that other side of the street, or on the other block. Triple G, Canelo, Canelo waiting on, see if Kovalev and Yard win tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be going live for that fight. I think the main event started around 2:30 Eastern Standard Time, so be on the lookout for that. Hit the subscribe button, bell icon button, okay? So allegedly, Jermall Charlo name is an approved name by the zone to fight Canelo if Kovalev do lose. Now I'm not sure what Canelo gonna do if Kovalev lose, but I do know Jermall and Demetrius Andrade is on the short list, which I'll get to that in a minute. But a couple guys that he could fight just off the radar. He could fight Stephen Butler. He could Willie Monroe. Maybe they'll try to get at a go again. But really, I'm not sure which way they really gonna be looking to go. But Camille Zermatt is highly rated in the WBC. He got 20 wins, no losses, no knockouts, and 4 knockouts. Yep. Only respectable name on his list is Kassim Uma. He had to be 104 years old, and I think he retired somebody else. But pretty much he a low risk, highly rated guy. It's a guy that will be sanctioned. It'll be another glorified tune-up for Jermall Charlo. Obviously, he probably touching at least $1 million to fight. So it should be an opponent who can't punch that he supposed to look good against. And if you ain't got nobody to oblige you, then you got to just fight the next available highly ranked contender. And that could be him. The top 2 rated contenders in the WBC is Daniel Jacobs and Triple G. And neither one of them is calling to fight Jermall Charlo. Now, Danny Jacobs is supposed to be trying to go up to 168 and fight Chavez Jr. Chavez Jr. was trying to fight Angulo. Angulo was fighting Peter Quillin September 21st. So it's a lot of different things going down, all right, with dates and stuff. And I'll kind of elaborate on that one. If I didn't drop the video, you'll know when you see it. I'm doing this video Friday, but this will go up Saturday. Now, Lantez Fox is another guy that could be down there. He down there in the DMV. And if they wanted to bring the Charlo back to Brooklyn, then maybe something that they'll do. Maybe they do. I know they don't want the Charlos fighting back on the same card again. So I'm not sure where Tony and Charlo 2 going to happen. I heard it might happen on the Wilder undercard with Ortiz, which will kind of make more people more prone to buy the pay-per-view, just knowing how good the first fight is. Or could happen in December, which I'm also hearing. So just hearing some things. So I don't know if they want to bring Jermall back to the East Coast. I don't know how good his fight financially did in Houston at the NRG. If it done well, why not bring it back to Houston? You know what I'm saying? But they do have a deal with the Barclays Center, and the Barclays Center was just sold. So I don't know if they're gonna rip up that deal when that deal is up. Are they gonna continue to do fights at the Barclays Center, or is PBC gonna have to find another home? Because the president Yorkman, he's no longer in the fold. Joseph Tsai of it's a promotion, a new tech company, Alibaba. He's bought that from Miguel Prokhorov, the Russian billionaire who bought the Brooklyn Nets for $230 million and ended up turning a $230 billion flip for the team. And he also owned the Barclays Center, and Joseph Tsai will buy the Barclays Center for around, I'm not sure, maybe whatever it costs. But the deal could come a lot north of $235 billion, $2.35 billion, excuse me. So, maybe the PBC future in the Barclays Center might be up in the fold now that leadership is changing over. So maybe they want to go ahead and fulfill their last 2 fights there, or just re-up a new deal. But they might bring Charlo back to the Barclays Center, part of a card But Lantes Fox, he got an East Coast presence. He fought Demetrius Andrade. He from the DMV area. He rated in some of the sanctioned belts top 15. So I was just thinking maybe a guy like that they might bring in. Maybe his height and his length might be what of a problem. But just somebody to look at, man. Probably be a nice little soft touch for Jermall Charlo. Maybe another Brandon Adams type. Maybe a dip in competition from Brandon Adams. But he needed a soft touch, unless he one of those dudes who rise to the competition. Because right now, Ronnie Shields, he done lost Erislandy Lara to Ishmael Salas. So what about if Lara want to move up and fight Jermall Charlo? I know he was talking about fighting, Jermall Charlo. But if Erislandy really want to move up and make some noise, how about Jermall Charlo and Erislandy Lara? It make a ton of sense in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So if Erislandy Lara really want a big fight, and he really want to get Canelo instead of fighting Canelo. After you fight Canelo brother, how about you go ahead and fight Jermall Charlo? And if you ever get that WBC belt, and then maybe that entice Canelo to come fight you, even though I think Canelo will handle him a little bit easier because he's a little older. But ultimately, the fight that need to be made, that need to be called through, if Kovalev win tomorrow, and that's what Canelo do, is Demetrius Andrade and Jermall Charlo. That's the fight. Obviously, Demetrius Andrade pulled up on both Charlos. He's supposed to fight Jermall. He pulled out because of business reasons and financial, whatever reasons it was. They were saying that the challenger was getting paid more than the champion. Demetrius was the champion at the time, and that was a problem, which he should have just signed with a better promotional company. But that's the fight that need to be made. But it's funny, man, when it's time to make fights, when it's time to build up fights. When ain't no fence in between the field, especially if Kovalev win tomorrow, when ain't nothing but space and opportunity for Jermall Charlo and Demetrius Andrade to start publicly calling each other out, you don't hear shit from them. It's quiet on both sides of the fence, both sides of the streets. Demetrius Andrade, he be name dropping and clout chasing and talking shit. I'll beat the Charlos. What's up with Errol Spence and this and that? He talk all that shit, but right now it ain't nothing going on. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can both cross your fingers and sing Kumbaya and hope that Canelo pick y'all like y'all some type of thoughts and Instagram model hoes. But y'all can take initiative and y'all can fight Canelo Alvarez. I mean, y'all can fight each other to earn the right to fight Canelo. Well, it shouldn't be no reason why Jermall Charlo and Demetrius Andrade don't happen. But hey, both sides of the street, the Zone and ESPN is the only ones that working with each other. PBC only work with ESPN to make the Tyson Fury fight because it's lucrative enough for all parties involved, but really, they refusing to send Gervonta over to the Zone, and it's $5 million. At the end of the day, why not make Demetrius Andrade and Jermall Charlo? The PBC ain't got shit for Jermall Charlo to do right now, but, at the end of the day, Demetrius Andrade gonna have all these excuses. Watch what I tell you. You see Danny Jacobs, man, he really was never trying to fight Jermall Charlo, and I really don't get what the fear about him is. After his last few performances, he ain't that good to me. Demetrius Andrade should be able to handle him with ease if he is what he believe he is. But think about Charlo is he got a ton of heart, ton of tenacity, and he got a hell of a crimson chin on him. He got a hell of a chin on him, and I don't know if it's just a dirty dog in him or it's just the toughness in him that scare people away. It's the intangibles, it's the heart, it's the soul of a fighter, a warrior spirit. But really, they need to be building that fight up right now. They need to be beefing both of them MIA. And that's what's wrong with boxers, They cry about, when we take a loss, the fans, they discredit us. They say this and that about us. And, they say our career is over. Yeah, if you fight one time a year and then you take 6, 7 months, 4, 5 months off and we don't see you again to the end of the year, out of sight, out of mind. We thinking like, man, this nigga done died or he don't care about his career right now. Charlo and Andrade need to be building some type of beef up or reigniting some beef and building that fight up. They both about to, if Canelo don't choose them, they both about to take some type of intern weak-ass belts to fight some weak-ass mandatories instead of taking initiative and controlling their career and telling their promotional companies and telling their management to go make that fight happen and see financially can we make something that we can agree to. They should be consolidating those two belts. They waiting around to get chose like some type of, $2 hoe by Canelo Alvarez instead of taking initiative and doing a good fight and consolidating the belts and letting the winner get Canelo. They waiting around asking for Canelo to ask them to dance on the dance floor. And that's why Don't shit come to a dreamer, shit come to a doer. You feel me? But hey, it's Goodfellas Sports TV. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video quest. Keep sharing the videos. Appreciate the love, support, man. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, thehealthblaze.com. Promo code Goodfellow Unboxing gets you 18% off the 100% all natural products. Website, promo code, description. Share the videos. Let me know what you think.